table.
Stay strong. Stay strong.
To the table. Ain't easy, I can tell.
Gotta stay strong. Stay strong.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Healthy Hangouts. I'm here with Dan Cullen, owner of Stretch Performance. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Kevin.
Yeah, now if you want to just give me a little brief summary of what you do and what Stretch Performance is.
Well, my name, as you said, is Dan Cullen. My company is Stretch Performance. I help people to eliminate pain and injury through stretching because I don't really feel like people understand how valuable stretching is, because I've helped people with migraine headaches. I've saved people from carpal tunnel surgery. I've helped people with plantar fasciitis, even things like scoliosis and degenerative nerve disease, all with just stretching.
Why do you think so many people ignore, movement, mobility, posture, that type of thing until the pain comes and then they act on it?
Well, quite simply, I don't think we're really taught the importance of stretching for whatever reason. I don't know why, but we don't know what we don't know. So if we don't know what we can fix a problem a certain way, well, we're not going to do it. Plus, stretching just isn't as cool or fun as lifting weights in the gym is for some reason. It looks cooler to lift a weight than it is to stretch.
You mentioned this in our stretching section, but a stretching standard that you kind of go by.
Well, having a standard is something you can work towards. Like I told you, one example is we should be able to sit cross-legged on the ground, crisscross applesauce, lean forward and put our head on the ground. That's how much flexibility we should have in our spines, but we really don't. So I like having a standard, something to work towards, a goal, instead of just kind of mindlessly wandering around stretches hoping something works. No, I want to have a specific plan of where we are, where we need to go, and how to get there.
What are some signs someone's body is compensating from something or breaking down before they actually feel the pain?
Well, if they have a deficiency, if they can't sit crisscross applesauce, put their head on the ground, they have a deficiency. I can't tell you when something bad is going to happen or what's going to happen, but they're definitely at greater increased risk for an injury. I like to call they're in the danger zone. It's at some point something's going to go wrong. And sometimes you can even feel if you're feeling wow, my shoulder feels really tight, there's something kind of ouchy here or ouchy in my leg. It's you just found a bundle of tension that needs to be eliminated.
Yeah. But have you noticed a connection between people's mental state from how tight and restricted they are, from their bodies, and how that's helped kind of change that, whether that's just pain or?
Yeah, I definitely noticed the correlation. As I mentioned during our session, I tend to be an uptight, anxious person, so it takes longer for my muscles to let go. So I tend to carry my tension in my body. I tend to have my shoulders are uptight. I just tend to be naturally tense. So I do notice, if you're more chill, relaxed, generally you tend to be looser and open up quicker, versus if you're more I believe what they call type A personality, the more tense, gotta get things done right now. Yeah, you're gonna be more tense, and you need to stretch probably more of that, because you need it more, because you're doing more damage to your body holding all that tension inside of you, because it's not gonna do anybody any good just sitting around holding their tension.
Now, we kind of touched base on it in the session, but can you overstretch?
Because when you're stretching, you want to listen to your body, relax into the pose, and kind of what we're not taught with weightlifting and sports. We're taught to fight through the pain, no gain. With stretching, it's no, you got to humble yourself, listen to your body, and say, this is my starting point. This is what I can relax into. This is where my stretching journey begins, and I can't try to rush through it.
Yeah. What's one thing almost everyone thinks that they're doing correctly with stretching, but in reality they aren't?
Pulling on their muscle, and they're just oh, I'm gonna stretch. No, just stretching is about relaxing into the position, not how far can we force our muscle or our joint into a position. No, you have to relax into it.
And then you were kind of telling me you have a way of communicating through 1 through 10. You kind of want to stay in that 6-7 range.
Yes, so I tell people is don't go past a 7. So on the scale of 1 through 10, what 7 means is whatever you can relax into. 1 through 3, you're not feeling any stretch. 4 or 5, all right, you're getting a stretch. 6, you're almost there, and then 7's that magic number of that's the most you can relax into. Anything more, 8, 9, 10, that's you can't relax, your muscles are tensing up, and or you're in pain. It shouldn't hurt to stretch.
Yeah.
It might feel awkward, but it shouldn't feel painful to stretch.
Right. In your opinion, what causes people to feel so beat up or younger, or people are oh, it's just age.
So we're born with lots of flexibility and not a lot of workload, and then it kind of reverses. We do a lot more work, like whether it be in the gym, sitting at a desk with our head lurched forward, whether it be the tradesman in the back here installing our windows, carrying tools all day. It's like our activity level goes up, but then our stretching goes down. Flexibility goes down because we're not stretching. And at some point, we're gonna hit a crossroads where it's like, hey, we're doing so much activity and we have so little flexibility, something's gonna give. Right now, I have a 2-year-old nephew and he can sit in a squat and play there all day long and he'll laugh, he'll love it. If try to put an adult in a squat position, I don't even know if most of us can. Like, try to get the parallel. It's like, no, ass to grass. My 2-year-old nephew can do it all day long.
Yeah.
And he's fine.
And he's fine.
He loves it.
Yeah. Now, you spent years studying this stuff. Was there a moment where like just your whole perspective changed on fitness and recovery and stretching?
Yes, I'd say, probably told you the first time I met you, like I used to compete in the sport of fencing and I was doing a lot of activity and not a lot of stretching. I was fencing like 5 days a week. And I just had this nagging ankle injury that I wasn't sure what was going on. It's not like I didn't tear anything. I didn't like fall down or have an impact injury. It seemed like it was overuse, but resting it didn't work. Icing it didn't work. Heating it didn't work. Stretching my calf didn't seem to work. Strengthening the muscles around it didn't work. I even went to doctors at the Cleveland Clinic, 2-foot and ankle specialists, and they're like, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you. Like they tried, but they were just like, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Till I finally found a guy who did a little bit of stretching, and it turns out it was the muscle in the front of my shin here was locked up, the one responsible for pulling your toes up.
Yeah.
He got to release in one 1-hour session. I was pain-free, and I'm like, oh my God. I just spent years dealing with this pain that was literally eliminated in one 1-hour session. How come everyone doesn't know about this? This is amazing.
Now, you had to obviously keep up with the stretching to keep that pain and elimination away because you felt good afterwards, but if you didn't stay consistent afterwards, that
Correct.
probably would have came back, right?
Yes.
A lot of people have that ego at the door, like, oh, I gotta just go to the max. You know, what's your opinion on the no pain, no gain?
It shouldn't hurt to stretch. It's whatever you can relax into, and if you can't relax into it, you need to back off the position, stretch a little less. But you still need to stretch, but no, it should not hurt to stretch. I'd say as far as quote goes, just try to get a little bit better every day. And as far as motivation goes, well, the guy who taught me all this stretching, he's in his 70s and he can do every single position, I tell you, every single standard.
Yeah.
And if like he's in his 70s and he can do this, his name's Joe Hippensteel, then we can all do it.
If people, wanted to reach you, where can they find you?
Well, you can Google me. My website is www.stretchperformance.net. You can also find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, as well as Facebook.
Awesome. Well, hey, Dan, thank you very much.
Yeah,
It's
thank you
awesome.
for having me, Kevin.
Yeah, it was awesome talking to you.
Keep stretching.
Yeah.